Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sky Lounge, and this is Piggyskin Picks, where I pick the winners and losers of the upcoming NFL week. Got my picks right here. Let's get fucking started, boys and girls, for week number 13. Today, November 29th, the New Orleans Saints will take the road backpack to Dallas. What a fucking terrible way to phrase it. But hey, New Orleans Saints are going to be in Dallas, and I think the New Orleans Saints beat the shit out of the Dallas Cowboys in their own home. If I would put money on this, and I already have, put money on the over, and definitely for the Saints to cover at what I think -7.5 the last time I checked. And yeah, Dallas, as good as they have been, and as good as that defense is, I really do rate the Cowboys defense very highly. Drew Brees is a different animal this season. He is absolutely a different animal this season. And the fact that you got Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram just doing what they're doing, it's incredible. And let's not forget, shout out to the man, Taysom Hill, number 7 of the New Orleans Saints, a.k.a. Batman, the man who does everything. He will cream pie the Dallas Cowboys. And yeah, it does happen. And I don't think Dak and Zeke are going to lead the way out, unfortunately. Shit happens, guys. All right, let's move on. Sunday morning, Baltimore Ravens versus the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. I'm picking the Baltimore Ravens. I like what I'm seeing from Lamar Jackson, the quarterback that has replaced Joe Flacco, who is, I believe, out for the season. Is he injured? Or I totally forget. But great pieces surrounding Lamar Jackson. That defense for the Ravens is stellar. And add to the fact that Atlanta hasn't been all too great. Despite the great pieces around them, Calvin Ridley, I believe, is questionable for this game. Julio Jones is a stud, but he can't do everything by himself, and I don't really trust Matt Ryan. Despite the fact that, again, they are at home. But I will hold the Ravens to win this game, but probably not cover the points. Probably not. The Denver Broncos will be headed to the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Denver Broncos are going to win. Cincinnati, hold your asses real tight, because this is going to be a fucking butt fucking. All right? I feel like Von Miller is due for a big game, and I believe this is going to be it. Andy Dalton is not the starting quarterback right now because he is on the injured reserve list. And to think, I would say Case Keenum is better in this situation is kind of awkward, but he just might be better in this situation. And let's not forget Phillip Lindsay, the stud running back. That dude is a monster, and he might just eat some asses on Sunday in Cincinnati. And fuck Hugh Jackson. All right, moving on, boys and girls. The LA Rams will be headed into Detroit, Motor City, and the LA Rams will fucking lay ram goat shit all over the Steel City, Machine City. I don't know. Bad analogy, but the Rams are going to win. I don't fucking like the Rams. I have to talk about them every fucking week. And yeah, they're going to fucking win the goddamn game. Detroit is going to be embracing the tank. Matt Stafford is a very overpaid quarterback. And I'm sure he's a nice guy, but this, based on talent and salary and everything, he's not worth it. And he's probably going to lose this game. And so let's move on, boys and girls. The Arizona Cardinals will be headed into Green Bay, Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers. I think the Packers are going to win this game. They're due for a win. And when I say due for a win, it's just going to happen. Aaron Rodgers is going to do some shit. Especially after back-to-back losses, man. He's probably pissed off. He's probably into visor down rage mode. Let's fucking throw some touchdowns. And I definitely think Aaron Rodgers will throw some mean ones this Sunday morning, or on Sunday morning. Jesus, dude, it is really early for this. But let's move on, because I don't really need to talk about the Cardinals. They're embracing the tank. They're a toilet bowl team. That's the end of that. The Cleveland Browns will be headed into the Houston Texans. I think the Cleveland Browns are going to win this game. Oh, yeah, baby! The Cleveland Browns are back. Back-to-back games. First since what? I think the stats said, 2009, 7? Dude, it's the Baker Revolution. Greg Williams, Nick Chubb, All these guys are coming through fruition. That defense for the Browns is spectacular. If they just put their fucking foot on the gas pedal, they're going to be fine. The Houston Texans, I understand, have Deshaun Watson, great defense, but I think this might be a loss they might need for a playoff stretch. Yes, I understand they have better talents, but something about the Browns right now, man. They're going to ride this momentum for a while. And something about the Houston Texans, too. They're getting off a lot of these wins marginally or very in lucky situations. So, I don't know. Something about me just says the Browns. And so, let's move on to the next game. The Indianapolis Colts will be headed to Jacksonville, and the Indianapolis Colts will continue their amazing, amazing winning streak. Andrew Luck is back, ladies and gentlemen. I've been saying this for a while. He's back. He looks incredible. Whereas Jacksonville has regressed so much, they fired their offensive coordinator this week, alongside the fact that they have now benched Blake Bortles, one of the worst fucking quarterbacks I've seen. And I've only been to one fucking football game in my life, but in real life, I've seen Blake Bortles. He is awful. He cannot fucking play. And that Jacksonville team is about to implode. It's glorious. It is glorious because Jalen Ramsey, cocky, cunty bastard. I'm sure he's a nice guy too. But the way and the shit he says off and on the field, just Jesus Christ, dude. You are part of mediocrity. Please stop shit talking. You are not helping the cause at all. And Andrew Luck and Marlon Mack are just going to cream pie over everybody. And that's just going to be a fact. With tight ends. They're a cream pie with tight ends. That's weird. All right. Buffalo. We'll be headed into Miami. I think the Buffalo Bills win this game. You know what's crazy? Last week, I actually did a money line pick, and I picked the Bills as one of my parlays, and it hit. I also picked the Browns, who won, but the problem was the 49ers and Packers lost. But here's my point ultimately. The Buffalo Bills have been a really, really huge surprise, especially that defense. Did anybody realize that the Buffalo Bills are like top 10 in defense, like relatively speaking? Somebody check the facts for me, but the last time I checked, the Buffalo Bills have been spectacular on defense. They just got Josh Allen back. All right, Josh Allen is going to throw lights out, and you know something about this Miami team just doesn't feel right. Ryan Tannehill just seems like that fucking bar average dude. Nothing special. Just going to probably get you to an 8-8 season, and everybody in Miami is going to be happy about it. Or miserable. I don't really care. But Buffalo to win that game. Chicago will be headed into the New York Giants territory, and I think the Chicago Bears win this game. And I understand that Mitchell Trubisky will not be starting as a quarterback this weekend, but it will be, I believe, Daniel Carson. Is that right? I fucking do not remember his name at all. But here's the thing. I got respect for Eli. I got so much respect for Saquon Barkley, not so much for OBJ. But that Giants defense is probably going to falter. That offense is probably going to shit itself and really not do much. And Chicago might just come out of this because, again, that defense for Chicago is phenomenal. And it's not just Khalil Mack. It is every other pieces around Khalil Mack as well that is so well set up that a kind of subpar offense can get you a win. And that's the craziest fucking shit. But let's move on to the next game. The Carolina Panthers will be headed into Tampa Bay against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to go ahead and select the Carolina Panthers. 2-3 game losing streak for the Carolina Panthers. They have the talent. The numbers do show. I mean, they should be winning, but it's just these stupid fucking play calls by the head coach that fucks them over. And against Tampa Bay, who I should think would be embracing the tank by now, or reaching for a top 10 draft pick, probably doesn't have the, fuel in their tanks to get shit done. Although I do think, Mike Evans, one of the top receivers in the NFL, unfortunately has to play for that team. So that's that. Kansas City will be heading into Oakland. What the fuck is the point of this game? Kansas City's going to win. Jesus fuck, man. Oakland Raiders are going to be the number 1 draft pick next year, alongside maybe like 3 other drafts in the top 15. Right? Call me crazy on that. I don't care, but it's just going to happen. They're going to fucking take draft picks like it's nothing. And Kansas City's just going to cream pie over everybody because Patrick Mahomes sounds like Kermit the Frog. Yay! All right. The New York Jets versus Tennessee Titans. Tennessee's going to win. New York Jets, everybody's injured. No one's really playing for the head coach. Ted Bowles is as good as gone. And Tennessee Titans, Mike Vrabel, pretty decent coach. Marcus Mariota, phenomenal game last week, but lost. And yeah, they are going to win this game. Derrick Henry, you got good pieces on defense as well. I mean, I don't know, man. Something about the Titans says win for me in this game. All right. The Minnesota Vikings will be headed into Gillette Stadium in the New England Patriots. And I say the Patriots win. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, New England. I don't really need to say much. Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins. I don't rate him. I don't think he's that good. Subpar at best. At best he looks like a world beater, and then the very next week he just throws metric tons of interception. He's a consistent roller coaster ride. You know exactly what's going to happen. He has a narrative written all over him. And so New England will win this, but not easily. Probably by like a fucking field goal. They'll probably win it. All right, guys. The San Francisco 49ers versus Seattle Seahawks. Oh, my God. The Seattle Seahawks. But listen, here's the thing. This is why I'm laughing. Because if we fucking lose this game, if we fucking lose this goddamn game, I will be so fucking mad that we lost to this shit fucking team that is, by all means, trying to battle for first overall pick for the next year's draft. They're trying to get Nick Bosa, okay? And Russell Wilson, he's having a phenomenal season. What else can you say about him? He's just throwing the ball well, and he has become the king of the fourth quarter. Russell Wilson has become the king of the fourth quarter. I'm going to make that declaration right now. Bow to the king. And again, I'm afraid the Seattle Seahawks might follow a narrative and make this a one-possession game. Because this is a rivalry game. San Francisco 49ers do not like us, and we have humiliated them the last however many meetings between us. I can't even count anymore. Recently, right. I mean, if you're looking at the past, that's in the past. But recently, all right? Recently, shit. All right. So the Sunday night game, the LA Chargers will be headed into the Pittsburgh Steelers territory. And I'm going to go ahead and select the LA Chargers with this one. Hear me out. Ben Roethlisberger, as good as he's playing, this team has not played up to their standards. There's a lot of contention going on in that locker room, a lot of weird blood in there. James Conner has not been effective as much. That Steelers defense situationally can be good, but just like the team, they play down to the competition, and they look foolish for doing so. And I believe the Chargers will have a lot to say. Phillip Rivers has been playing really, really well. And yes, I understand that Melvin Gordon isn't going to be there, but Joey Bosa's back. So, yeah, I think the Chargers will win this. And lastly, the Monday Night Football game. The fucking Washington Redskins, I dropped my notepad there, versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to go ahead and say the Philadelphia Eagles win this game. Now, the Washington Redskins this week just signed Reuben Foster, the linebacker. And not a great idea, especially with the whole domestic abuse allegations, all this crap going around him. Not somebody you should probably put in your locker room right now. But again, adding to the baggage of old and the outliers in the Redskins, and on top of that, your quarterback is Alex Smith. Yeah, I think Carson Wentz comes out of this one furious and just starts throwing fucking touchdowns after touchdowns after touchdowns. And I understand the Eagles are injured as all fuck. But something about Carson Wentz, man, he's special. That dude is special. And I believe the Eagles will carry a win. So let me know what you guys think. Follow me at the Sky Lounge. All the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Now fuck off.